So let's move on and let's talk about this Ballerina trailer. Now, the other day we did talk about Halle Berry and the possibility that she said that she wants to get her own spinoff where she played, remember, Sophia in John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, where she played one of the managers of the Continental in Calabasas. And then she had the dogs that basically the dogs was fighting alongside her, which was cool. I like seeing that sequence. So it was like, and then getting the origin of where she got the dogs from, and then the backstory regarding her having to give up her daughter and John Wick basically hiding her daughter. So that way the high table and everybody else, should anything happen, they won't be able to get their hands on her child. So I did like the whole story, and I'm really got my fingers crossed that Halle Berry will get her own spinoff, as she should, because she was a highlight of that film. We already got Kane getting his own spinoff. Donnie Yen was in part 4, but we haven't heard anything about her. Then we had the Continental. The Continental was okay. I expected a whole lot more from that. We were trying to do it with a young Winston. I didn't care that much. The action sequences was cool, but other than that, it could have been a whole lot better. So now we have the Ballerina, which is based off of, speaking of Parabellum, a scene from that movie where you saw John go to, the opera house, and you see the ballerinas rehearsing, but they're also like assassins. And it was the head of the Roscaroma, who was played by Angelica Houston, who does have a cameo in this film as well. And then they're going to interject Ana de Armas's character, where I actually thought she was playing the girl that was on stage, Rooney. No, she's playing a completely different character, which I actually think is pretty good. So they're basically going to show like how she became this assassin. Her family is murdered. She wants to seek revenge. Winston comes across and meets her somewhere, probably in a precinct, which is covered in blood. And they trying to figure out, I guess, to dump her in a orphanage or whatever. But he's like, are you a dancer? Would you like to come in and all this other stuff? And hopefully, child, this don't demonetize me. If it does, I'll edit it out. But I'll play the trailer in the background without the sound on. So we're gonna do that, yeah. So I'm definitely looking forward to this movie. Under the Armas definitely looks convincing in this film as an assassin, because I know some people be like, and you know, with that line that I was also thinking that of what she said, where she goes and says, what was it? Oh, when the woman in the film goes on and says that somebody's always going to be stronger and faster and stuff, that already sells you the line. Because one of the things I despise from people, oh, she's so little, she wouldn't be able to do all that. She's a girl, she wouldn't be able to take somebody out like that. It's like, there are martial arts that they train you. And Chad Stahelski has mentioned this plenty of times. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to have a girl do the same type of thing that you would have like a male fighter do or a John Wick type do. You have to train the women into doing a type of style that would actually work for them. And the great thing about when you say improvising is like, yeah, use whatever you have in the room to kick that person behind. And that's what I always love about action movies, is the fact that when you can use whatever's in the room. If there's an iron on that damn table, I'm gonna use that and fuck you up with it. If there's if I could find a knife, a blade, whatever is lying on, in that room that you have right then and there, you want to use that to kick somebody's butt. So, seeing Ana de Armas as being a part of this movie, first of all, I loved her in, what was I loved her in the last James Bond movie, even though she was in it for like 10 minutes. Her one scene in that film was the standout for me. Even though I have a love-hate relationship with No Time to Die, I felt like it could have been a way better send-off for Daniel Craig's character, but she was definitely the standout in that film. And seeing her have her own film, in my opinion, is going to be an amazing thing. And I can't wait. And I'm upset because we got to wait 9 months. Because the movie comes out in June, and they just released the trailer couple of days ago. And so I'm a little bummed out about that, but overall, I am excited to see this new movie. I love this whole John Wick world in regards of, and also the music choice was amazing too. I forgot to bring that up. It's like set to Elton John's Tiny Dancer, which is perfect because, well, her character is actually called Eve Macaro or Macaro. That's probably how they say, if you got that one of those accents or whatever. But yeah, so I love the fact that they have, they play Tiny Dancer, because I'm like, now this is how you put together a trailer. The action pretty much laid out for you in the beginning. It tells the story of like what we can expect just in the teaser, and then the music choice was great. See, now Gladiator 2, this is how you make a good music choice. Yeah, the second trailer they did way better, but the first one, when y'all putting Kanye up in a movie about gladiators, I'm like, come on, like who are you catering this movie to? When you use Tiny Dancer, especially the fact that she is literally a tiny dancer, that works for this whole theme of the movie. So the trailer I thought was cut perfectly. I love the fact that, this movie actually, and for those of you who didn't know, was supposed to come out over the summer. But because Chad went and looked at the film, was like, oh no, y'all need to beef up the action. We need way more action set pieces. We need to show off Ana de Armas a bit more in this film. They took a lot of time. He helped come up with some fight sequences and some action set pieces for this film. So now we have to wait until June of 2025, which I think is great, because I believe 2025, in my opinion, is going to be a great year for a lot of movies that's coming out. And no shade, or maybe no, I ain't gonna say no shade. It is some shade. Let's bring up Disney. See, now, I love me some Scarlett Johansson, and I'm hoping that she definitely does with her thing in this upcoming Jurassic World movie. However, when you look at this trailer, this is basically what Black Widow should have been. But y'all didn't execute it the way it needed to be executed. So I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this story or the trailer? Are you excited to see this upcoming movie? One of the things about me, and I don't want people coming in here with this, oh, it's girl, whoa. Listen, whatever. First of all, she beat your ass. That's probably why y'all mad. The ones that want to come over here with that gender crap. I've always been a fan of watching women fight movies or action movies. I've always liked female action stars, male action stars. I love action to begin with. So we need a lot more action films. Where is that resurgence of like the Sylvester Stallones and the Arnold Schwarzenegger? Where's the next generation of that? And we have Scott Adkins still. He's still young enough to do it. But where are this next generation? Like I said, the Dolph Lundgrens, the Michael Jai Whites, the Wesley Snipes, the who that rhyme? The Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, all those big 80s action stars that we had back in the day. Why can't we have a resurgence of that? Who is the next generation? Why aren't they making more movies? Not saying they had to be cheesy like the 80s, but in regards of why don't we have a resurgence of action films? I'm glad that we have this resurgence of horror movies, and 2024 has been a great year for horror films. But in my opinion, I feel like we need a resurgence in action movies. And to me, with the movies that Ana de Armas has been in lately, she is definitely that girl that has stepped up to the line and the plate in regards of being the next big action star. And y'all need to get Michelle Rodriguez in one of the movies too. I also say Jennifer Lopez, but she keep wanting to do some stupid rom-coms. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of the trailer and all this other stuff in the story, in the comments down below.